It's Theo from Theo's Tech Tips, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a Chrome extension. Let's get started. So this tutorial is basically going to be showing you the basics of a Chrome extension, and then you can modify it with whatever APIs you want to make it your own. So let's start by opening up a new Visual Studio Code window. So we'll need a folder to put everything in. So we'll just go open folder, and we'll call this Chrome extension tutorial. And then we get over here. So the first file that we're going to make is a manifest file, and this just tells Chrome what it's looking at. So what the Chrome extension is and how it should treat it and what APIs it should use, and basically just tells Chrome that there is a Chrome extension inside of that folder. So we'll make a new file called manifest.json. And we need two other files as well. We can create them just empty for now. The first one is a background.js file, which is basically the heart of the Chrome extension. And then we need an icon for our Chrome extension as well. And this can basically be any size of image. I have this really big one, but Chrome will automatically resize it for us. So we can start by going into this manifest.json, and the first thing we'll need is our manifest version, and this is going to be 3. That is the newest manifest version available. And then we need a name for our Chrome extension, so we can call this tab helper. We also need a description for our Chrome extension, and we'll call this my first Chrome extension. We'll also need a background, and this is, like I said earlier, this is basically the heart of our Chrome extension. And to activate it, we'll need a service worker called background.js. In previous manifest versions, this would be called the background page, and you could have multiple, but in manifest version 3, they changed it to use service workers instead, because it's a lot more efficient for the browser. We can now make another section called action, and this is basically the tiny little icon in your toolbar that you can click on to get the Chrome extension details and stuff like that. Usually it will display a pop-up, but in our case it'll just interfere with the background script. So we'll just use this to have one icon. So to do this, we'll just say default icon equals icon.png, or whatever your icon is called. Now we need a permissions section. And what this permission section does is it just tells Chrome what APIs our Chrome extension is going to be using, and Chrome can figure out if it needs to alert the user or not. But we can just make this an array, because you can have multiple permissions in one Chrome extension. But we'll just be using the tabs permission. Lastly, we'll need the version of our extension, and this is in the form of a string. So now our manifest file is complete. So what we could do now, which is really cool, is we can pull open Chrome, and we can go into Manage Extensions and go Load Unpacked. Oh, yeah, you need to make sure that the developer mode section is turned on, otherwise this button will not appear. So you could go Load Unpacked and go to the Chrome extension tutorial, or whatever you called your folder, and then we can just go select. And if everything is successful, it should pull open our extension, and it should look like this. And if we go over here into our extensions list, you can see it right down here. So we can actually pin it, and it'll be right in the toolbar, so it's easy to click. So what this Chrome extension is basically going to do is when you click it, it's going to close all the tabs except the one that you're currently on. So we can get rid of Chrome for now. And all this action is going to be in the background page. So we can start working on that. So this one is actually just 10 lines long. It's super simple. So the first thing we'll need is to make a listener for when the action is clicked. So we could do this by going chrome.action.onClicked.add listener. And our callback will just house a function, an undefined function, with a parameter called tab. Now we actually won't be using this parameter, but what we'll do next is close all the other tabs. So we'll just start off with a comment. Close the other tabs to make it easier to see at a glance. And then we can query all of the tabs on Chrome. And we can do this by using that tabs API, chrome.tabs.query. And then the first parameter is query options. So we could just make a JSON object and we'll just say active false to exclude the active tab from the list that it will return. And then our callback will be function tabs. So now we need to iterate through this tabs list and then close the tabs one by one. So we can go for var I equals 0, I is less than tabs.length, and increment I by 1. And now we need to store the tab in a variable where tab equals tabs I. Now we need to close that tab. So there's also a method in chrome.tabs called remove, which is perfect. So you could go chrome.tabs.remove, and this doesn't take a tab, so you can just go tab, but this takes an ID. So we could just go tab.id. So now we can go back to Chrome, and we could go refresh our Chrome extension. And now we can open up a bunch of tabs, and with one click of the icon, they'll just all disappear. And yes, I do know that you could just do the exact same thing with right click, close other tabs. But this is really nice because it's right there with one click. Anyways, so this is a really simple Chrome extension. If you want, you could always just take a look around, just explore, take a look at all the APIs that Chrome has to offer for Chrome extensions to help make it a more advanced one. Anyways, I'm Theo from Theo's Tech Tips, and I'll see you next time. Bye!